everyone, and I hope all is well with you all on this final episode of Yoga Blocks. And I will be talking about distinct types of yoga blocks that are available to buy online or from your local shopping mall. As discussed and demonstrated on previous episodes, yoga blocks are useful for balancing, standing, stretching, and for restorative yoga poses, among other things. And they can serve various purposes beyond providing additional reach and support, making them indeed a versatile yoga prop. There are several diverse types of yoga blocks available, but today I will be discussing two types of yoga blocks, and they are the foam or cork block. But the question here is, why two distinct types of yoga blocks on the market? Well, the simple answer here is it all depends on what type of yoga practice you are undertaking. For example, cork blocks are better for balancing and standing poses, while the foam blocks are for restorative poses. Reason why the two blocks are so different is because on the one hand, the cork block is much heavier, stiffer, and more supportive than the foam block, while on the other hand, the foam blocks are lighter, softer, and less stable. So, having acknowledged all of this in mind, you can now understand why it is so important that you know which yoga blocks to use for any given exercise pose, or you just might end up in a hot mess on the ground. But seriously though, when choosing a yoga block, in general, two blocks will be more than you need to practice yoga. But there are certain poses that only require one yoga block at a time, such as the triangle pose. When you choose a yoga block, you must take into consideration the weight, the size, the material quality, and the texture and the edge design. Firstly, how do you assess whether the weight of the yoga block is appropriate for practice? Well, what you must look for in a cork block, for instance, is that it is sturdy and stable to use while performing standing or balancing poses. However, beware if it is too heavy, as it will not be comfortable to move around during your practice or to carry outside the home. The materials that create a foam yoga block are known as ethyl vinyl acetate, or EVA for short. EVA foam block is lighter in weight than a cork block, but should still be stable enough to hold certain weight-bearing poses. The weight of a cork block is 1 kilogram, while in comparison, the foam block weighs in at a minuscule 0.18 kilograms. Going on to the size of yoga block, the standard block, whether it is a cork or foam block, is around 9 by 6 by 4, which is 23 by 7.5 by 15 centimeters. Much There are other sizes of yoga blocks out on the market, such as the mat head block, which is a much more slimmed down, rectangular shaped version of the standard yoga block. On assessment, the material quality and texture of the Cork block is that it provides a good grip and has a comfortable surface. I do not have a Cork block in my possession, but according to consumer magazines, there is little to no cork shavings that rub off during practice when you buy it new. But after heavy use, the shavings cracks will start to form. The material quality and texture of the foam block has a cushioning soft touch to it, but there are better quality high density foam blocks that are soft but are still durable that are available on the market. I have been using the same foam yoga block for years now, and the only deterioration I have spotted is little cracks here and there and finger dents. So I think I may have the high quality, high density foam block. Well, it should be because I've had it for some time. But finally, on the minor issue of edge design, certain yoga blocks edge designs are well rounded while others have pointed edges. Now, the ones that have the pointed edges are known as the mad head yoga blocks, but those are different from the standard size blocks. I have in yoga blocks that have round edge designs, but I also have a pointed edge design yoga block which is different from the standard block as it is flat and larger, but it also has the same rectangular shape as the standard block. However, the rounded edge design block adds extra comfort, particularly while using it for seated poses. Now, I have been researching online as well as visiting my local shopping mall to find out the cost of yoga blocks, and I have found out that you can purchase a yoga block online from Amazon, eBay, and buy a block off the shelf at the superstore, and they are all at affordable prices. For example, the Cork block is selling for £8 at the superstore right now. But if you compare this price to the Hugger Mugger yoga block, which costs a whopping £30 from Amazon UK, well, if you know that this yoga block is well above your pay grade, then the Asda's £8 Cork yoga block will suit you fine. But having said all of that, you can buy an Eva Form yoga block off eBay from as little as £2.50, and that is a bargain you cannot afford to pass up on. And I also found the Soul Destiny eco-friendly Cork block on eBay for £8. That is a bargain. Now you can find out more about these blocks and where to buy them in the description box below. There are all other places online where you can buy yoga blocks than the ones I have mentioned, such as Cork Yogis, who use sustainable sourced cork, which are 100% eco-friendly. What is more, when you purchase one of their Cork yoga blocks, they will donate 10% of their profits to Destiny Reflection, which is a Calcutta-based charity that supports survivors of sex slavery and human trafficking. And I will leave you a link to this charity in the description box too. So keep your eyes peeled for that link. So there you have it. Thank you for listening to the 7th and final episode in this yoga block series, and I hope you found it informative and helpful, and inspiring for you to take that next step into the world of yoga. Once again, thank you for listening and have a lovely day.